Have you heard that one of the most popular destinations, Barcelona, is literally about to ban short-term rental businesses? Now, recently I visited Barcelona with my mum and dad. I took them away for a lovely trip away, and believe it or not, that was actually our first trip away together after moving to the UK. Obviously, we've been to Nepal a couple of times, but that was our first ever holiday. I must say it was very, very emotional for me because I wanted them to go and enjoy a new country, and we explored, right? We explored the country and the destination, but also at this moment of time, I want to share the exact thought process of the market, because there's, I think, 10,000 units live right now around Barcelona. If you're running an Airbnb business, the decision that this can impact its livelihood being taken away, it's a lot more other stuff that people don't realize because they want to bring the normal letting back to standard. So in this video, I'm going to go right deep into my thoughts around the ban and what they're going to do by 2028. And yeah, let's go straight in. So Barcelona plans to ban all the short-term renter businesses, especially because they're tackling the normal renter market. I think, you know, the city is amazing. I've thoroughly enjoyed, you know, the time over there, but the reality here is like 10,000, and at this moment, I don't know if you've noticed, but they've got a license right now, a license number on their actual listings that allow them to do short-term rental. And the government have announced that by 2029, they're going to stop giving any license or further license from now till then to get all those homes back to normal let, which means they no longer will be short-term rental and Airbnb business exist. So this is quite an interesting thing to see that a part of the world is starting to do that. It also says then what is going to happen to the UK market, because, you know, people watching my video from UK, US, what's going to happen there? Dubai's growing right now. What's going to happen in Dubai? So later on in the video, I want to really kind of explain the thought process of what I think and what's going to happen next as well. Now, cities from New York to Berlin have got limitations at the moment on Airbnb businesses, but the problem here I find is with Barcelona coming in with the ban, is it going to create more aggressive instant to many other locations in the world? And it's worrying that the Barcelona's mayor has decided to ban Airbnb, I think by 2029, in the next 5 years, to stop the over tourism, but also the housing crisis the guys have in that place right now. So how the ban affects the host is many people actually rely on, you know, the income of Airbnb business. So my issue at the moment is not only it's taking livelihood away, it is also now the hotels in Barcelona are really going to love these processes because the tourism's still there, right? That means how is those short-term rental owners going to make extra income based on what they've done so far? And secondly, how is that going to impact the little location of Barcelona, which at the moment, you know, many people enjoy. I've thoroughly enjoyed with my parents. I must say I had the best food in Barcelona. My father and I'm not a massive football fan, but we ended up in No Camp. We did a VIP experience. I really wanted my dad to go into the changing room that Messi played, and, you know, he came back and he spent a lot of time with his friends, the Gurkha's friends, and he explained them how he enjoyed seeing the pitch. We walked down there, we went to the changing room, like, you know, he had obviously had the Barcelona scarf, but he's not a Barcelona fan, but, you know, he really kind of enjoyed the process, and it put a smile in my face because I was able to give them the opportunity behind it. So the ban has made more challenging for the tourists because at the end of the day, right now, people have more options, right? They can either go into a Airbnb to book or hotel or, you know, hostels, whatever they prefer. Whereas now it's going to make a more challenging for a traveler or tourists to actually find and make Barcelona as a part of their holiday destination, because at the end of the day, not everyone's willing to spend money on a hotel, especially now we've got the pleasure of traveling around the world with Airbnbs. It's just right that people have the option to do so. So my question is it just going to impact Barcelona right now with just the market of Airbnb, but actually is it going to make more impact for tourism in general? As a result, is the revenue going to go down as a business, as a country, because there's less tourism going in, right? So it's something that I like to think now, because the trend will follow in different countries, and how quickly is that going to impact London? And that's my next phase of journey, and that's what I want to understand and study. Now, while I I was away in Barcelona, something that I learned as well, and the more you're in that place, you get to find out, I always do it, I find out what the normal renter market there is, because are these people doing rent to rent or rental arbitrage? Are they do they own those property? There's numbers of ways these people run their businesses, and right now I am thinking that, is it worth creating new marketing strategies so that you are definitely taking the chunk of businesses away from hotels, but also vice versa? I feel like a lot of hotels, especially, I think there was probably about 5.5% increase on their occupancy rate on hotels after the announcement, which clearly shows now that less and less people are gonna give the experience they want to give to a tourist if they book their service accommodation or Airbnb property. Whereas if they go on a hotel, a tourist might feel much more relaxed. They know they're going to be looked after. So it's going to really change the mindset of an Airbnb owner, especially in Barcelona right now. So I want to share some of my experience, Airbnb experience in Barcelona. I actually stayed slightly away from the main center. What was amazing about that was I had I think a 4-bed apartment, very nice luxury apartment. One thing I said to my mum and dad was this was a planned trip for the whole family to come down, and I wanted them to experience living like a local would, and that generally what happened when we stayed in that Airbnb. We had a lovely kitchen, we've had a little balcony that we can look outside in the streets, coffee shops, I can go downstairs, really go and buy the local salads and foods and coffee and come back to house. And my mum and dad have never stayed on Airbnb before, so for them it was a completely different experience. For them it was like, oh my god, like you can live like a local while you're away as well, rather than just going into a hotel. The experience with the actual host was amazing, the cleaners were there in time, but more importantly for me, the place itself, the reason why I booked that property in Barcelona was for me to work. Because when I said to my mum and dad, you can go and enjoy a couple of days on your own, do the bus tour and stuff, I could just work, and I wanted a space that I can feel relaxed, I know that I feel like home. And I really thoroughly enjoyed actually being in that property, the master suite with the bathroom, the walk-in wardrobe, the bedroom. It was amazing. And I hope you can see from this video that it's a place I highly recommend. But also it's sad to see that now the operators are going to lose a lot of money, and when we're talking thousands and thousands of units being shut down, it's really going to impact the location. Now you are up to speed with the ban in short-term rental market in Barcelona. Do you think firstly it will help the Barcelona market? Right, it is something that a lot of people are now thinking about. Even in the UK, when I speak to clients, it's always the same question: is it gonna solve the housing shortage that they're going through? Right, and effectively for me, yes is the answer, because obviously if there's no Airbnb, those are got to go to the market, and obviously landlords are going to be less greedy, which means it's going to go back to normal. But at the same time, it is going to impact the actual market of earning, right, people's livelihood. And do you think, this is the biggest question, the reason why I did this video was, do you think that this is going to follow the trend to other countries? Will it make that countries like US, UK, or certain location in US, certain location in UK, certain location in Australia get banned from short-term rental businesses? Please share your opinion in the comments below. Now look, we made this informative video purely because I wanted to show how our channel is all about helping you with further updates, more travel understanding and regulation around Airbnb business and what's going to happen next in the coming years. And I would love you to do one thing. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you found what you wanted, and obviously hopefully the value, that understanding a short-term rental business is just not about starting a short-term rental business. It's a lot more than focusing on getting a unit. So yeah, would love to hear your thoughts on that process itself. Thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video, and hopefully this information will be useful for you. And please make sure you hit that like, subscribe and share with a notification bell right here, just because we're bringing new videos every day, and I want you to know that the next special video is all to do with you learning, understanding and growing with short-term rental businesses and the industry itself. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more travel regulation and tips for Airbnb hosts.